bro. Right? Like, he's so stupid. And he say when black people come to the zoo, the monkeys get all happy because they like, oh, they coming for us. They gonna get us free. Right? That dude is so funny.
Yeah, man.
But he say stuff that's real. That's really real though. He said, "Have you ever seen?" He said, "And white folks they love riding elephants. I don't know what that is." And he said, "Black folks, you ain't never seen a nigga on an elephant."
Shout out to Paul Mooney.
That dude, I love him, dude. He would sit there and he don't even get up. He would sit there, and it seemed like it's organic, like it's like it ain't 100%. Even shit written down. He's 100%. Just talking.
100%.
Some people just got it, dude. He got that gift. Richard Pryor knew what he had. You know what I'm saying?
So could you imagine like the stuff that wasn't on stage, like the stuff just in their conversation rooms or just hanging out?
Could you?
Because who was a comedian? The comedian was talking about how people who knew Paul Mooney, they knew how he wasn't like you can't just be around him. He didn't trust people.
Yeah.
So you had to earn the ability to be around him.
Respect that.
So I can imagine once you got that trust, I can imagine stuff he would say, like no filter, no, I'm not worried about anything. Like he would have never survived in this cancel culture that we got going on.
Can you imagine them, Richard and all them getting high, dude, and they just being stupid at a party? Just the whole atmosphere, the smell, the people.
Yeah. Good morning. Huh? Yeah, we're live.
What's his name? That's a good impression of him. What's his name?
Ari Spears got a good one.
No, Cooper. What's his name? Cooper. He's an old comedian. Hanging out with Mr. Cooper.
Oh, Mark Curry.
You gotta see him do them, cause he said they were really close, right? They like really was tight. He does him good. He be like Curry too. And he does his little hand. How he does. So you don't look them niggas. I bet you, if he made it to heaven, he'd be like, God, you really is a nigga.
Oh man, do you know what you saw him on doing the impression?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I don't see it on. I'll try to find one on YouTube.
Oh, you're gonna love it, dude. He does it so. He sounds exactly like him, dude. Even just his, because you can tell when people hang around. Like if you hang around me a lot. I mean, well, you talk to me a lot.
What up, DJ Hams? What up, Erica?
Really probably better than someone who see me like on clips and stuff.
Word, yeah.
Because they know they hold
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Can you hear me? Check.
No, it didn't work.
I hear echo too. Is that me coming out of your thing?
Well, how about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Is it clear?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yep.
That's cool. And I got rid of the echo too. So
okay.
Erica's in the building. Good morning, Erica. DJ Hams is gonna be lurking while he's working. Maybe jerking for certain. Morning, Hams.
Right.
I'm so excited to have our guest today, Juri from Emergency Tiara. I toured with her and the High School Nation tour. Just a sweetheart. So you're going to enjoy her, Cheese, and KK's going to enjoy her. Everybody's going to enjoy her this morning.
I want to enjoy her.
Super creative, super duper creative artist, and just man.
Only muscles I got is in my neck. Look.
Those don't even look big.
You're such an idiot. They kind of heard it when I did.
Is this weird? Okay, so KK was watching this one Korean talk show video thing, and one of the girls that was on it, she had like a really big head and a little tiny neck. And when I saw it, the first thing I saw was it would be so easy to break her neck. Like, is that demonic? Like, why would that thought even come into my head? Like, I could just snap her neck. Like, why would I even think that?
That's demonic.
That is demonic.
Like, was she cute though?
Yeah.
Usually when girls have deformities like that, like I seen a girl, she like a poodle, and I was like, oh, but she was like really cute. Like it's always something.
She was a poodle.
Our girl, I remember I seen this one girl in Century City. Her nose was huge. It's like a Jewish knows. But and when in the front you can't see though. You be like, dang, she fine. She go like this. So what did you say?
She knocked all the glasses off the table like that.
Like when we do it, I want you to look straight. Don't move. Don't be doing this.
You probably gotta like angle yourself to get a good kiss too. You got to be all like try to get up underneath of it.
You ever try to kiss your wife wearing a hat? It was probably like that, like because you gotta turn the hat around.
Let me take my nose off. You hold on a second.
Damn, baby, you give Pinocchio a new vibe, you know?
Wow. Turn up. Whoever else is in the room, let us know you're in here. We want to say hello. We're gonna drop the intro in about 4 minutes, then we're gonna get busy. We're gonna handle. Oh shit! I didn't send. I gotta send my list.
I saw. What's the name? Feet on Instagram.
Who feet?
Oh, it's disgusting, dude. I know she has a disease. Wendy Williams.
What she got? What do you mean she got a disease?
She got elephant feet, dude. Like, cause she has a disease. I forgot what it is.
Well, we can't clown her if she got a disease.
Yeah, but why would you put your feet out there? Like, I got stuff wrong with me. I'm not gonna show you.
I mean, I don't know what to say about that.
And I'm not saying it to clown her. I'm just telling you. I'm just speaking the truth.
Well, elephant feet? Like, what do you mean she has elephant feet? Okay. And then, so I had like a hey, Salita. Good morning, Salita. I had a moment.
Gomez?
No, Salita, my sister. It was somebody posted. There's this guy named Tony Baker, and Tony Baker does all these animal, like they show the animal videos, and he does like the voiceovers and hella funny videos. Follow him on Instagram. But he posted one with this elephant was walking down the street, and literally the elephant's penis was like the size of his legs. Hey, Aunt Lisa, happy birthday, Aunt Lisa. Gemini season, happy birthday, Aunt Lisa. Yeah, it was like you could see his feet walking, and then it's like his thing was swinging in between his feet walking. It was like, come on, man. But when you see what they have to have sex with to make another elephant, then you understand, because you got to get through all that elephant butt.
Yeah.
But it was crazy.
Did your mouth water?
No. My butt puckered. I was scared. I was like,
was he circumcised?
He was circus-sized. He wasn't circus-sized, no.
Did it have a crown?
A what?
A crown.
Good morning, Victor Orlando. Vic, man, brother. Vic is gonna be playing with Morris Day and the time. Who else is on that? The Mary Jane Girls. Who else was on that build? I'm like, ooh, man, I want to go see that. That's like old school in the building.
Hell yeah. It's gonna smell like being gay in there, though.
I mean, some of that good being gay. Good morning, KK.
Good morning, KK. Good morning, KK. KKK.
Good morning, Cheese. Good morning, sir. How are you?
It
doing?
Is officially Gemini season. It's Aunt Lisa's birthday today, so it's officially Gemini season.
Where's my auntie at? She ain't on here yet?
No, I haven't seen her yet. I can't drop the intro without her. We can't drop the intro without Aunt Christy.
Somebody email her.
Oh man,
she's celebrating today because she's normally early.
Yeah,
I know. Getting prepped for Juri today from Emergency Tiara. I almost forgot that you and she, is it you and she or you and her? The two of you share a birthday, KK.
Really?
Oh wow!
What is it about January 29th that so many people were born that day? Especially, we already knew about Oprah, but like two people that we actually know with Annalisa, and Juri, and she your exact day, exact age. It's like, what is going on with that day? Like, turn up, very special day. I'm so glad it happened. I'm so glad that day happened. Turn up. I wouldn't have no cheering if that day didn't happen.
May 28th, you would have had some children, and it just would not have been these children.
It wouldn't have been these children.
Had some children, but
they'd have been all Bucky.
Also, Susie Williams' birthday.
Who's Susie Williams?
my best friend from a while back.
Oh yeah, I know
haven't
her.
heard
You
of
don't
in
know no goddamn Susie
forever.
Williams.
Forever. Haven't heard from in forever. But it is her birthday. Happy birthday.
Who's that? Ew, you try to talk about me. You look like you was cute. You look like Theo Huxtable on that picture right there. You did. Look, put that back up again. Show KK. Look. Don't he look like Theo? Not that one. He look like one of them immigrant children. Get that boy out the cage. Put your picture back up.
That 7.
Show KK. Don't you look like Theo Huxtable?
I can see a little bit, yeah. But
She's like, hell no.
Is that a little baby? Is that a little baby Jerry curl on there? What was that? Top of your head.
My business.
Oh, where is Aunt Christy? We got to drop the intro so we can get busy. Where's Aunt Christy? Text her. You seen her text?
Okay, let me send her a text.
Make sure she okay. Because I want to get the show started, but man, you know we can't just drop that intro without Aunt Christy in the building.
Where are you?
KK, right now we got DJ Ham's in the building, Erica's in the building, Aunt Lisa's in the building, Salita's in the building, Orlando's in the building. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Mr. Orlando. Good morning,
Aunt Lisa.
Aunt Lisa. I'm sorry.
Salita.
Good morning, Aunt Lisa. Good morning.
Good morning, DD. Good morning. What his name is?
What his name? What his name?
Captain Crunch. I like Captain Crunch, but it mess up the roof of my mouth. I can't eat for 4 days after eating a bowl of cereal.
I would say probably the funniest line in the movie The Color Purple when she be like, "Why you call her that? That ain't her name." Oh, bless her heart. They force those people to learn English.
Oprah look like my mama on there.
We'll give Aunt Christy 30 seconds.
Yeah, I text her. She haven't even responded.
She hates you.
Don't use the word hate. It's so destroying.
Whatever you did to her. KK, I last minute sent you the notes for today, but I remember to just send it.
I am
fucking season watermelon is my Abby.
Okay. I'm gonna drop the intro. You are pretty much fired.
I forgot I was on live.
Oh, yes,
Wow! Party people. Cheesy. Unique.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up? Yo, yo, it's Unique and Cheese. Here we go. It's Unique and Cheese. Let's start the show. It's Unique and Cheese. Here we go. It's Unique and Cheese. Let's start the show.
That was cool, right?
Cool. Welcome to the Unique and Cheese Show. My name is DJ UnieQ.
I am CheeseALeo.
And I am KK. Good morning.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Did you see that KK Erica's asking, did you ever get another cleanse?
No, I was shaking my head. No, chances are it's not something that I will try again.
Word.
I think the best cleanse is the juice cleanse, the vegetable cleanse. Just
vegetables.
Have you ever and would you ever get what is it the booty squeeze thing? What is that one called? An enema? Would you ever get an enema?
That sounds so intimate.
I mean, I feel like enema is something when you have like constipation, you're not able to go, and it's not an issue that we're having with. So no.
When Brian Allen used to work with R. Kelly, and he said sometimes before he would like go on tour or whatever, he would get those like on a regular basis to make sure that his system was all flushed out, so that I guess it helped him perform better or whatever. So
when you say something like that, when they do it all the time, it's like a routine. Like it, I feel as though it would be more work to go through that routine than to just eat the food that would go through your system.
Right.
Do they really want to?
But that's
go
like
through that extra.
I guess if once you do it, then I guess you're used to it, and it don't bother you no more. That's just my assumption. I don't know. I can't speak.
We did hear about female celebrities before big appearance at the award ceremonies or going out in public. They would get
have that done.
Stomach flushed out, but on a regular basis, I don't even know if that's healthy for you to get it on a regular.
Well, I don't mean regular like every day. I mean regular like what I'm saying. I guess similar to before events, before something major that they need to do, then they would have that done. So turn up.
Brian Allen giving them the Eminem?
probably. I don't know.
It is an enema.
All he ever talked about was how he got put off the bus one time. I forgot what he said he did, but they put him off the bus and he had to either walk or get to the next city.
No way.
I'm like, yo, that's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, let's get this show started. First things first on the list today is shout out to DMX. Brand new album Exodus is now out, and it features The Lox, Jay-Z, Nas, Lil Wayne, Alicia Keys, Bono's even on the album, Snoop Dogg, Griselda, and more. I've listened to it twice thus far this morning, while I was prepping for the show and then while I was taking Quay to work. I like it. I like this album. I'm like, all right, I think Swiss Beats went in. I don't know who else is on production, but Swiss Beats went in and did his thing on it. The Jay-Z and Nas one hit me right off the top, and I'm just like, could you imagine a Jay-Z Nas joint album? Now, this is the second time in less than a month or so that tracks have come out with them both being on it. What would you guys think about a Jay-Z and Nas album, like a Watch the Throne, but with those two?
As for hip hop, culture lover, artist, I love hip hop. I will be so like, I'll be.
There's Aunt Christy. Hey, Aunt Christy, you will be in it.
Be in there. What's up, Auntie? Yeah,
Happy birthday.
It's not her birthday. It's Aunt Lisa's birthday. My Aunt Lisa's birthday.
So sorry. I am so sorry.
It's Aunt Flapper's birthday.
Happy birthday, Aunt Flapper.
Thank you.
Clappo.
Happy birthday, Aunt Flapper. So sorry.
So I feel like they're teasing us. I feel like they're teasing us with it, and I think it would be incredible. It would be incredible, no. And I bet like all the top producers would battle to be on that album, to produce a track for Jay-Z and Nas, for a Jay-Z and Nas collaboration album. I think that would be so beautiful.
What you say?
I said that.
Come again?
If Jay-Z and Nas made an album together, I would imagine all the top producers would get together to try to submit tracks to them, and it would be wonderful.
It would be awesome, dude.
Could
you imagine a concert?
Come on, man. That's hip hop royalty at its finest, and
you can't get no higher than that.
You can't get no higher than that.
Unless
not right now.
KRS-One opening up for him or something. You know what
Word.
I'm saying?
The next thing possible for something like that, I would say for the modern day, would be like if Drake and J. Cole and Kendrick. You would need Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick together to make a three-headed monster of an album. It's my sound's coming out your thing, KK. Do you want my headphones, or do you want your headphones that just plug into it?
What sound is coming out?
The echo.
Oh,
yeah, I hear it.
You want me to bring you your headphones from out the garage? That way you can just plug it into the top of the thing. Hold on. I'll bring it. Cheese, entertain the people.
Have you ever had pizza with no cheese? Oh
God. Okay. No. This is what we'll do. This is what we'll do. I'm gonna show a video. Oh, there's KK coming to grab it. I was gonna come bring it. Oh, she's grabbing it. Okay, I was gonna bring it to you. Yes. Well, I had to set something up. I can't just get up. We're on a live broadcast right now. And I think that's so much easier than the wireless headphones too. Okay, cool. So she's getting her headphones. So I'll show that video once she's on the live. Thank you, DJ Hams, for running sound, man. Anyway, so back to it though. Jay-Z, Nas collaboration album. We can hope for that. Because who else is Jay-Z going to make an album with? He already did one with Beyonce. He did one with Ye, which will be really cool if Jay-Z and Ye could put their differences to the side and let Kanye produce some of that too. Like, woozy-kadoozy. That would be amazing. So, fingers crossed for that. And then for those that are into it, if you have a chance today or this weekend, please check out DMX's new album, Exodus. I would say that it would work really, really well at the gym because them beats slap. The Griselda record, you know what I'm saying? Every time we listen to Griselda, make you want to rob somebody, you know what I'm saying? But like in a positive way. You would give it back after you take it from them, but you're going to rob somebody after listening to Griselda. The Lox got off on that one too. The record with Lil Wayne, Let the Dogs Out, man. I wish he didn't talk about murder and stuff all the time, but Lil Wayne is, man, this stuff that he says it comes up with, there's nobody touching Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
As there's nobody, as a person who likes bars and metaphors and all that whatever stuff, nobody's touching Wayne. And the fact that he stands there and freestyles that stuff, it's like, come on, man. The dude is on his own level. So turn up for Lil Reese.
Down.
Who would I want to see Wayne do a collaboration album with? I don't know who's similar to him. I don't know.
He needs to just do it by himself. He
needs to do it by
Wayne.
himself. Yeah. I want him to work with some really good producers though. Because sometimes I don't mess with a lot of the Wayne tracks. I don't be feeling like the music part of it. I like what he be saying, but I just don't feel like music. But that's here, no there. Shout out to DMX, new album, Exodus. We're kicking this show off with like good news today because we always start with silly stuff. Let's start with good news. Howard University will pay tribute to the late Chadwick Boseman by renaming its performing and visual arts school after him. The school will instead be called the Chadwick A. Boseman College of Fine Arts. The name change comes on the heels of a Change.org petition that gained traction among students in the months after Boseman died. The petition, which called for the name change, has garnered more than 58,000 signatures. So the students wanted it. The students got it. Congratulations, Howard University. Thank you so much for doing that. Chadwick Boseman Fine Arts Center is now a thing. So shout out to Chadwick Boseman. That's, you know what I'm saying?
That's great. That's beautiful.
To know that you made an impact on Earth like that, I think that's so important. That's so important.
You know, for Felicia Rashad is the dean over there now too.
What? Word?
Yeah, look that up. I'm telling you, it's the truth.
I mean, I didn't say you lied. I didn't even say you lied.
I'm just trying to tell
Why
you.
black people voice get high pitched like that?
I don't know.
So,
I
you
just
know.
do it.
So, you know, they're not just going to give it to anybody. He did graduate from Howard University in 2000.
Uh-huh.
You know, just to give a little bit of information.
And a shout out, my niece she's at Howard University.
All right.
She made the dean list.
Turn up.
During this pandemic.
Get it.
How amazing is that? You know what I mean? Get them Jalen, Marie Steen, all up in there like that.
All up in there.
We're gonna make it.
That's turned up. They did make it. Aunt Christy, I hope you fix your Facebook pretty soon. I don't know how your Facebook got broken. She got a broken Facebook.
Wait, what happened?
She said she's having technical difficulties. Her Facebook keeps freezing.
Oh no!
Technical difficulties.
That's me, Auntie.
Technical difficulties. Oh, that's a good question, DJ Hams. DJ Ham said, if your niece is doing all that, what's your excuse? That's how it works, DJ Hams. Like some parts of the family line, they don't get the intelligence. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Who's talking? Who's barking up my tree? You know what I'm saying? That's your brother, ain't it?
No, that's DJ Hams. Well, he is my brother, but that's DJ Hams. He's like, what's wrong with you, Cheese?
DJ Ham, don't make me come through this computer. Oh, come through the computer.
How would that make you feel if everybody around you that's related to you was like thriving and you were barely surviving? Like, with that's got to affect you mentally. Like, why is everybody else out here getting it and I ain't getting it? Like,
hey, everybody can't be successul. Everybody can't be pretty. That's my excuse. That's for the people that ain't doing good and making excuses for themselves.
Take a sip of your tap water.
Cheers to y'all, brothers and sisters. Fail is the way to go.
Chris said, them fighting words. You better watch your mouth, DJ Hams.
I ain't succeeding nothing. I ain't great in nothing.
It's okay.
Even when I poop on the rims of the toilet.
You did find success. You married a great woman and you had a beautiful son. That's your claim to fame. So turn up.
Negro, you don't have to tell me. I'm doing some shit under the covers. You know what I'm saying? I don't tell people my business.
Did you forget that Aunt Christy was on line with you? I don't know if that's information you want to be sharing. That's
what he's doing under the covers.
I didn't mean that sexually. That was a metaphor. That was a metaphor, baby.
Yeah. Wow. All right, here we go. Moving on. This is another beautiful thing. We were talking about Paul Mooney when we first got on this morning. So the late comedian Paul Mooney's hometown, Oakland, is paying tribute to him by giving him his own day. The city of Oakland declared May 19th, the day that Paul Mooney passed away, as Paul Mooney Day. I know they were thinking about trying to do something for him while he was still alive. They just hadn't figured it out yet. But I think that is incredible and amazing, and also goes to show the mark that you left when a whole city wants to honor you and give you a day. So
That's
shout out to
awesome.
Paul Mooney. Rest in peace to that legend. And May 19th is now Paul Mooney Day in the city of Oakland. So boom. Turn up.
That's
All right, we did some good
awesome.
news. We did some good
Wow.
news. Okay, now let's, I guess, tackle a little bit of this BS as quickly as we
Ooh,
can.
tackle it.
Mm.
So I want to lead us off by saying, when somebody tells you something, believe them. Whether you know what I'm saying, follow it down the path or follow through the whole time. But if somebody's telling you something on a consistent basis, I think you should believe them. So for those that don't know, I believe it was Wednesday, Samuel Cassidy opened fire at the San Jose light rail yard where he worked at, killing now 9 of his co-workers.
Oh my God.
So he went on a trip to, I believe, the Philippines. When he came back, you know, he was stopped because they found, you know, books on terrorism from him. And then they found his little black book where he talked to, you know, he was like basically a disgruntled employee and how he, you know, he hated some of his fellow co-workers. His ex-wife, they divorced back in 2005, but she said that he would tell her about how he wanted to kill some of his co-workers, but you know, she didn't pay him no mind because it was like, you know, you say those things out of frustration. But on Wednesday he ended up doing it. This guy set fire to his house and then went to work, and then he murdered his co-workers. And it sucks because they said like he was one of those dudes that really didn't associate with anybody else. He was always on the outside. Basically, when you're in an environment, we know how guys are. And when you're in an environment with mostly guys, you know what I'm saying, you really got to have thick skin because guys don't hold back. They don't hold back the punches. They go in. So I imagine being the guy that's standoffish and on the outside, you usually become the butt of majority of the jokes.
Mm-hmm.
A quick sidebar. What I used to like about when we worked at Jeffers, we clowned everybody when we worked at Jeffers, but we included the person that we were clowning into the joke. Like we wasn't trying to make them feel bad. We were just having fun with them. And that's how we made them feel also. So just to literally, you know what I'm saying, poke at somebody's wounds continuously, they're gonna break. They are literally gonna break. So that in this situation was really bad. Another thing I found in this situation that's really bad too, if you are working at a place for years, you're working at this place and you hated it the majority of time that you working there, go get another job. Why stay there if you're so miserable, if it's so bad? I understand, it might be hard to find other work or whatever, but peace of mind is the most priceless thing that I think any of us can really have. So to subject yourself to turmoil every day and you hate it every day and you talking about killing your coworkers every day, you need to quit that job.
That I mean, at some point in that conversation with the wife, I'd be like, I would have went to him and said, like what you just said, like, don't you think you should try to find another job or another opportunity that's out there for you? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah.
Like, damn, dude.
I would imagine that conversation maybe with him would have been difficult because even after he got a divorce from that wife, he had a girlfriend that, she said that he would get drunk and like basically sexually assault her all the time. So this guy's been dark for a long time. And I don't know if that conversation was going to be had with him.
I'm not trying to blame the victim, but after the first assault, when you got out that situation, I'm gonna wait and see if he's gonna do it again.
I mean, for her to say that he did it all the time, it is like
dang, they both was in a sticky situation. That's like terrible.
Literally. That's terrible. So, I mean, rest in peace to those victims in Santa Clara County. I mean, it's awful. They did say that he pretty much targeted the people that he was going after because there were people that he let go. Like he was like, oh, no, I'm not going to shoot you. And then he'll go to the other room and shoot the people that he wanted to shoot.
Wouldn't you, not to make it like a joke, but you'd be like in that situation, I'm glad I was nice to him. You know, I gave him my last sandwich.
And
like,
and that's how it should be. And that's what kind of the things that we tell our children. And that's kind of how I was too. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we going bag, we going clown, but I know the person that's standoffish and they don't seem like they have no friends. I befriend that person all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Why not, dude?
Why not? You know,
everybody needs love.
Everybody needs love. You know, just a small bit of attention, a small bit of, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I can recognize when everybody's bagging on that one person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be like, you guys should stop doing that. That's weak. But I'm going to that person, and I'm going to befriend them. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think nothing wrong with that. And it's almost like it's almost a small responsibility, I guess, to do that.
Yeah.
You know, because it goes a long way to say hello to somebody who no one says hello to.
Yeah, I kind of teach my son, like, when you see bullying, and because I always tell him I don't want you to ever be a bully to someone, you know. And I said, and if you ever see it, you should go tell someone, right? You know, and if you can stop it without you getting hurt physically or happen to be, you know, try to do that also. But if you see it's no channel for that, you go tell someone, because you be part of the situation when you're not saying anything and you're allowing that person to be bullied. And because I remember as a kid, when I see somebody get bullied, I would say something, I would interfere, or I would go tell somebody, because I don't like it. I never did like that. You know what I mean? Because that's not cool, man. That's not cool.
I would see somebody like clowning. If I see somebody clowning somebody and that person's not good with the comebacks, then I'll jump in and I'll start clowning the person that's clowning that person. Like, nah, so you just not going go in on them like that. Like, I can handle it. So let's go.
Let's do it. Right.
But I never understand when, I mean, I do understand. Is this somebody being weak? And
pray on them.
And then also in Florida, there was a 13-year-old girl named Tristan Bailey. She was stabbed 114 times in a premeditated attack from a 14-year-old classmate. He was 14, she was 13. But this is why I started this with, if somebody tells you something, you need to believe them. Because months in advance before this happened, he kept telling people, I want to kill somebody. I'm thinking about killing somebody. I think I want to kill somebody. And then a month before that happened, he was like, I would probably take him to the woods and stab him. And this is exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what up, DJ MJ Beats? It's like when people tell you something, hear it. I don't know what the step is after that, who you need to alert. You know what I'm saying? Alert somebody that would know how to take it to the next step. But believe these people when they tell you something.
Now, I'm with you on, when somebody says something that threatening, that harsh, I guess when the word kill is involved, you need to be telling somebody. Now, with this 57-year-old Samuel Cassidy, he clearly has told the Homeland Security, who is supposed to take that information seriously, with all the extra things that he has. Is Homeland Security going to be at fault for some of these things? Because they should have that's the reason why you pull these people over, why you question these people. Like, and he said what he was gonna do, and why was he just let go to be able to do what he did?
Yeah. And they found his manifesto. They found books on him, on terrorists. He had a whole plan.
He was planning it.
How do they get away with that? Well, they are part of that situation too. Because they had a choice, like KK was saying, to kind of stop it in a sense,
or monitor it, or let his supervisor, let the family know, like tell somebody, especially the job, because so the day that he was coming into work, he was basically being reprimanded for some racist things that he was saying. So that was he's supposed to have an appointment to come to the job and I guess be reprimanded for that. But this was the result instead. So it's almost like he was having these problems at work, and I guess they waited too long to take it serious.
Wait, you said he was saying racist stuff, like amongst like just people in general?
I think people in general, and they're going to bring him in and have some class or some course or some discourse about it.
So I guess you could have some answers with his victims as to if they were all of one race or of certain race versus what not it was. But yeah, I mean, if my kid said like I'm gonna kill somebody, I would immediately be like, "What's going on? Okay, what happened?"
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if that's not their character.
Yeah. And then I hear you say the first time is already alarming, but if you keep saying it, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
you need to intervene, like super intervene, because they keep saying it, and the fact that he kept saying it. Oh well, all right. Well, I mean,
poor Tristan Bailey. I mean, poor Tristan Bailey, a 14-year-old announcing to pretty much everybody around him that I'm gonna be killed. I want to kill somebody, and this is how I'm gonna do it. This is how I plan to do it. Yeah. And a young 13-year-old lady is now dead because nobody listened to this kid.
Yeah. And how many times you said she?
114.
Did she take breaks? Like
no, because there was one of those things where she was fighting back. So they say a lot of the stab wounds like in her arm and stuff like that too, because she's doing this and she's trying to fight him off. So it's crazy.
That's a lot of stab wounds. That's evil.
That's super evil. It's disgusting. That's demonic.
Twice I'd be like, what am I doing? I'm so sorry. I've stabbed you.
But you don't walk around thinking about murdering somebody. You know what I'm saying? Man. So
when somebody like do something stupid, I'd be like, man, this. And sometimes I wish bad on them, and I take it back immediately, and I say, God forgive me, because I don't want to put their, you know what I'm saying, because you have power in your tongue. I really believe that.
All day.
Like, the things that you say, it can
all
become,
day.
You know what I mean? So, damn, man, it's terrible.
But you know, it's really difficult to say God bless them too at the same time, because man, you have the family that's hurting, the parents, the siblings, the friend. It's very difficult sometimes when you know that this person had it in their mind to do the wrong that they clearly know is wrong, just because they felt like it, just because they wanted to know what it was like.
People, I would say that this country is very emotionally unstable, and we're never ever getting to the roots of why we're so emotionally unstable. It just, for some strange reason, I don't understand. It's just. Did you see the video of the guy that was driving the Maserati, and then he got out and he shot that mama for cutting her off, cutting him off?
Really?
Yeah. So he got cut off. This dude literally got out of his car and started shooting into her car, and shot her a couple times. She's at home recovering right now, which is thank God. But bro, that situation, why did it have to be that? You gotta kill her for cutting you off? What's wrong with you?
It's something.
It's this country is there's something wrong with this country. It really is. It really is. And he shot at the car, but because I guess somebody was honking at him or whatever. So he started shooting at that car too.
Oh my God!
It's crazy.
Could you imagine you lose your life because I cut you off? Because
he cut you off. So I'm glad that mental health is coming to the forefront and people are like confronting it now. Because you have mental health issues if you feel the result of being cut off is you got to get out of your car and shoot at the person that cut you off.
It's crazy, man.
Even if somebody like cut you off and flipped you off and all that extra stuff. We talked about this with Sean Antonio. You're giving them your power by letting them have it. So now when they catch this guy, because they still haven't caught him yet, they're still looking for him. Now you have attempted murder charges. You know what I'm saying? When you could have just exhaled and went on with your day. I mean,
catch him.
He probably couldn't afford the Maserati payments no more, and it was stressing him out. I don't know. But
kids in the car?
Yeah, there were kids in the car. Two of her kids in the car.
He don't even care. He
don't even care. He didn't think about it. Didn't even think that somebody else might be in that car. So wobble, wobble, shake it, turn up. We also had some people pass this week. Let's show our love real quick. So Chi Modu, did I say that right? The photographer. Rising to prominence in the 1990s, Muldoon became a director of photography at the Source magazine, which saw him shoot a host of up-and-coming, soon-to-be legendary artists from hip-hop's golden age, including the likes of Nas, Mary J. Blige, LL Cool J, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Notorious B.I.G., Wu-Tang, and so many more. His cause of death has not been released. You know, the family is asking for privacy at the moment. Just 54 years old, just 54. He passed away. So rest in peace to She Modu. Also, John Davis. You might not know this person because he was behind the scenes. He's the voice or one of the voices for the people who sang for Milli Vanilli. So he passed away of COVID at 66 years old. Also, Samuel E. Wright. He was the voice of Sebastian in The Little Mermaid. One of my favorite songs to sing. Under the sea.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That was my jam.
Classic.
So
It's a classic.
It's a classic. Everything's hotter under the water. It's my favorite part. So rest in peace to Samuel E. Wright. Yes, Christy, I heard about it, but I didn't go into that story. But that lady that beat up the airline attendant, yeah, she's insane. Knocked 2 teeth out and fractured a bone in her face. Like,
what?
You on a plane about to fly somewhere? Like, I don't. Why are you that mad? Are you that mad?
Apparently she was that mad.
She was that mad. Are you that? What? Oh my gosh.
My goodness.
People need, you know what they need? You know that video of the dog that I like to show, the dog jumping up and down? I'm going to find that and show that because that's one of them things that if you ever get upset, just watch that video and it will make you feel better about yourself. Moving right along. Also, another thing that I think is exciting, Jay-Z is bringing back the Made in America Festival. It's coming back to Philadelphia this fall. Hold on. Woo! That was a good sneeze.
We saw you. We saw you.
I didn't want to sneeze. I didn't want to sneeze in the microphone though. Okay. But Jay-Z's bringing back the Made in America Festival. It's going to be in September 4th through the 5th in Philadelphia. It would take place in the iconic Benjamin Franklin Parkway and mark its 10th anniversary. And I was kind of talking about that with KK a little bit. It was like, could you imagine 10 years? I've only been knowing about that show for a good, like maybe 4 or 5 years. I didn't know. Right. I did not know this was happening for 10 years. So I think that's incredible. Shout out Jay-Z and the Made in America Festival. That is turned out. She said, all because she tried to make her out. What? Because she tried to make her out her seatbelt on. Is that a typo? Or is that how you talk?
That's like I wrote that.
That's not you.
all because she was trying to make her put her seatbelt on.
On takeoff, which is the rule that you have to do.
Exactly. What's wrong with people? You don't even follow rules just outright and have the nerve to be upset about it?
Yeah. 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 How crazy is that? It's I don't know if it's the law. Is that the law? That you have to wear your seatbelt? Either way, you have to do it every time you're on a plane. It doesn't change.
Yeah,
every time you're on a plane, you have to do that. It's just unquestionably put your seatbelt on. As soon as they're up in the sky, you can take it back off. Like, what is that? 5 minutes later? 5 minutes later, you can take the seatbelt off. So it's so unnecessary. So unnecessary. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Just in case anybody is ever feeling bad. Anybody that's on the feed right now, because I know people go through things in life and we have our ups and downs, our ebb and flows. And you know what I'm saying? Things don't always go your way. And that's okay because we're human beings and we have these great experiences. But if you're ever in that scenario and you don't know what to do, I want to share this video with you. And I hope that it makes you feel as good as it makes me feel good. Oh my gosh, this is so cute.
Now I want to shoot you like that didn't do nothing for me.
That's because you evil. That's because you evil.
Like,
That's exactly why.
now there was some ninnies up there.
Oh yeah, of course. That's because you ain't nobody but the devil. That dog's so cute. How could that not make your day good?
Hey, a ninny ain't never hurt nobody.
I mean, whatever. I know who a ninny
Unique can
did
look
hurt.
like that.
That's my favorite video to watch in the whole entire world.
No.
This makes you feel good.
Of course, he
She's
has,
evil.
he has videos of his children's birth. He has videos of them winning championships. He has videos of them graduating. All of that, but that's his favorite video.
You don't got to try to point that out. Just because I enjoy something that makes me feel good, you try to put some shade on it. You just like cheese. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to bring on Juri on here, so somebody on his feet to be nice. Anyway, so shout out to Bill Cosby. I want to know what you guys think about this. So,
Nothing. Go ahead. Sorry.
Bill Cosby was denied parole after refusing a sex offender treatment program. So the Pennsylvania Parole Board denied Bill Cosby's petition for parole earlier this month, citing his refusal to complete a sex offender treatment program. The board said that they received a negative recommendation from the Department of Corrections and also pointed out that the 83-year-old never created a parole release agenda. So, long story short, you're 83 years old. They asked, well, you need to complete this program in order to get out of jail. Whether you feel,
or at least be qualified to be able to.
At least be qualified to be able to.
Right.
So if this helps you get out of jail, why not just do it? And this is not about being guilty or innocent or anything. I don't think you taking that program is admitting that you're guilty. I think taking that program will be like, okay, this is a smart thing to do so I can get out of here. Would you take the program? Or would you be more thinking about, well, if I take this program, then people are going to think that I'm guilty? Why do you think he didn't do it?
I think he did exactly was those reasons. He felt like his saying that I'm guilty, even though it's not saying that, but to me, you said I'm admitting I have a problem or I have an issue, right? I don't feel like I need to be a part of this program and take these classes or these courses. Like it's like if you're an abusive person and they say take these programs so your temper and stuff like that. What is that program called? I forgot the name of it.
Anger management.
Yeah, absolutely. So you saying, okay, I have an anger problem, right? If you accept it, but for him, he's taking so much pride within himself to say, hey, I don't have that issue.
Word.
So I'm not going to do that, right? But I get what you're saying. For you to get a chance, you're gonna do whatever. But he's showing himself, hey, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. That's making me sound like I'm guilty.
I feel stubborn.
I wonder what his prison life is like. I wonder if he even wants to get out, because now everybody that's within his prison system knows who he is. They treat him probably the way he gets treated. I don't know how. But to be able to face what you're going to be facing when you get out, which is endless, limitless, and like maybe he's scared to even want to be out. Some people get comfortable in their ways, and if he's not being treated as bad as he thought it would be in prison, maybe he'll just ride it out.
I would assume Bill Cosby's life outside of prison is way better than his life inside of prison. This is a wealthy human being.
So
it's not like
Simpson, but
no, he's not. OJ broke, but
was.
Bill Cosby doesn't have to interact with the community at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what he would face outside that would make him be more comfortable inside. I don't want to see my wife Camille. Maybe I get all the pudding pops.
You think it's simply because he doesn't want to take that sex offender treatment that everybody can pass just by going through the course?
That would be my assumption.
I mean, one of the biggest things that recently came to mind is about Washington, D.C., the Smithsonian Museums. There's the African Museum, right? Aren't so many of the African portion donated by the Cosbys? And it had, like, I recall when we had gone, like, so many things were, like, directly associated with his name. Now, how are those, do you think that would change for the public? Or have changed since the incident? Like, just his name to be removed, not that those artifacts are removed, those,
just take his name off of it?
Yeah.
I think already a certain. I think it was not Morehouse Spelman. One of those black colleges took his name off of some of the things.
Right,
I
Spelman.
forgot which ones. Yeah,
Right, Spelman.
maybe Spelman. Yeah, maybe Spelman. Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
they are doing that.
Yeah, I can see taking the name off, but don't take away the
not the art.
Yeah, not the art. Because I thought about that also with because T.I. and Tiny, we haven't tackled that because it's too much stuff that keeps coming out about them, and I don't know if it's true, false. I don't know. I have no dog in that fight, and I'm not even going to pretend to know. But Cheese, we finally got to watch the Aretha Franklin jump off on Hulu. Oh, so
yeah. Good. You talking about the one I was telling you about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Genius.
So good. The Genius one.
So now you understand why. What's her name? Jennifer
Hudson.
She got to
run
step
for her money.
game up.
She does.
This girl she's brilliant.
She was brilliant. It was such a good movie. And I brought that up to say because T.I.'s in that. And I was like, could you imagine they have to pull that show off now because of the allegations against T.I.? And I'm like, oh man, that sucks with situations like that. Like you work with somebody. No. I'm just saying I hope they don't.
No.
Because even with the T.I. and Tiny situation, no charges have been filed against them. It's just stories that are coming out, and these women are, going through their lawyer saying these things. So nothing officially, they haven't officially been charged with anything yet. But could you imagine, though, what I'm saying, they have to take that down because of the action of one of the actors on there? Like that would suck. Because oh man, that was so good. I'm so glad y'all gave us the heads up to watch that.
Y'all watched all of it?
Yes.
It's a long thing.
Yeah, we had a whole week to do it, so we didn't do it in one sitting. We did it throughout the week, but it was good.
I watched it with very little expression because man, she has lived a life.
Yeah, she has.
She has lived a life.
What in a good googly moogly was her papa about? Like my God, that dude was the devil and God all in one. Like
all in one, and that's why she didn't want that one to be. She didn't put her yes on that. Because it was breaking it down. Because she was always a private person, as you can see if you know.
I see why.
Movie. Yeah, so
I see why you private.
The Aretha Franklin docuseries on Chrissy, the one on
Genius
on Hulu. I believe you had mentioned it.
Yeah, y'all told us to watch that. It was so good. But man.
Oh my God, the finish was so the bomb when, at the Oscars or the Grammys when she performed the opera Pavarotti.
Was it Pavarotti? Yeah.
Oh,
I remember watching that live.
Word.
Wow.
Yeah.
She was unbelievable. That's
unbelievable.
That's when you know you have a God gift, right?
Wow, yes.
Someone can say, hey, I want you to do this, step in here. And this is not even your realm of music. And
Word.
You killed it.
It's not even your language.
Right?
Yeah. That was dope. So shout out to Aretha Franklin. Man, what a life. What a life.
Rest
like
in peace, for sure.
To be on the outside looking in at that, like, wow. Like
don't you scratch your head and be like, what am I doing? Like her 2 years of her life ain't even my whole life yet. You be like, damn.
I mean, yes and no, because it sometimes seem like to have a huge life is what she had. Like there was so much pain that also comes along with that. Like Absolutely. It was so much success, but it's so much of it sucked too. Like that balance was like, oh my gosh, is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Is it worth having the career that she have, but you basically get
I get what you're
molested
saying.
as a 12-year-old and have a baby. You know what I'm saying? You have a father who's her father that's doing all the things that he does. Like,
but don't you realize there's people that go through that and more don't even have the success that she has?
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah.
But
what I'm saying is because she's this famous. We know that there's plenty of kids that are just ruined by their lives.
Christy, you are on one. Christy, I just hate the wardrobe choice that she have because her titties be hanging down to her knees. Let her live.
Come on, dude.
Let her live. I tell you what was cool on that one too is that when they showed the progression of the young lady getting bigger and bigger, that was cool. KK pointed it out. She was like, "Look, you know that she's getting bigger and bigger," and I was like, by the time she did that interview on whatever show that she was on, it's like, oh, they done went full on Grimace with her. Like, oh my God, she's big now.
y'all, come on, y'all fat shaming. Not even
anybody. It's point out facts.
Say
fact
anything.
shaming.
No, not you, KK. I'm talking about
Christy.
the devil in that corner up there. To my right.
Aunt Christy started that one with the movies to the news. Anyway, we got about 10 minutes before we bring our guest on, so let's try to tackle these. Okay, I want to know what you guys think. Also, the people in her in the comments want to know what you guys think. Also, so there's this woman who is suing her OBGYN, calling it medical rape. So basically, this lady went to her OBGYN and said that she wanted to get pregnant by what is it, in vitro? What does it call it?
In vitro fertilization.
Yeah, in vitro fertilization. Yeah, he didn't hit, but she said, I just want a random donor, is all she said. So he used his sperm. And the only reason why they found out is because the daughter did a 23andMe to find out who her family was, and then it showed up that, you know, that dude was her father. And so the lady feels all betrayed, and she's all like, oh, I can't believe, she's devastated. Oh, and then the daughter is all like, every time I look into the mirror, all I see is the reflection of that medical rapist in my life. And I'm like,
what?
I understand the emotion, I guess, behind this reaction. But in reality, when I look at it, I'm saying, what does it matter? You didn't ask for any specific sperm. You just said a random donor. To you, this guy is random to you. It's just sperm. Your daughter grew up healthy, you know what I'm saying? And then she ain't bad to look at either. So you ended up being okay. Why are you making a big deal out of this now? This doctor is like, he's 70 years old, retired in Florida somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not paying attention to this. Why? What is the point? So I want to know what you guys think. Is it medical rape? Or is it just a sperm donor that gave you some sperm? Go on with your life. You good?
Yeah, I think she's reaching. You know, I mean, I don't want to again
complain.
Yeah, but come on, man, come on. That's far from rape. You
Word.
Shouldn't even use. That's a serious word, right? You can't just play around with that word. Shame on you for even saying that. Now, was he wrong? Yeah, he was wrong to a certain extent, but at the same time, like you said, DJ UnieQ, she have a healthy daughter, easy on the eyes.
It
doing
worked out.
Pretty well. Everything worked out. It is what it is.
It is
hey,
what it is.
Hey, do I know the 100% true of me coming into this world? And I found out, I read one of my mom's old things, clippings. I really didn't want him. I was so close to having an abortion. Like that would hurt, but at the same time, she loved me at the end. Like,
word, you're still here.
Hey, come
But
on.
like, you know, like Aunt Christy said, and as you have introduced, she said any sperm. She did not specify what kind of baby she wanted to have. And, you know, the doctor may have rightfully been a donor himself. He may not have automatically chosen his own. He could have just chosen one that was random. It just happened to be his. And oh my God, my daughter's father is a doctor. Wow, that's terrible. It could have been somebody who is on a death row somewhere, you know, ready to die or have already been gone, an addict, somebody who needed to make that $5 for their next hit or whatever. But no, this is a doctor that you went to. You clearly
trust
saw
him,
enough, respected enough to be a, you know, my physician to do this job on me, which is very lifelong. And your daughter, like you said, she's cute. There's nothing wrong with her. You raised her well. Be happy with the fact that you had the love of a daughter that is still with you. You're gonna feel like a rapist. You can't look at yourself in the mirror. What have you been taught? Your mom clearly needed to teach you love. And hey, why did you look for something that you weren't even supposed to be looking for? You know? I don't understand why this is even in the news. I don't understand why this is even an issue. I would be thankful that that you didn't, you know, I'm hearing from other people that their children are having issues because of this, that. But man, my child is perfectly fine. She's beautiful. She's healthy, smart. She loves me.
Yeah,
how can you trust? I mean, who more can you trust than your OBGYN? I mean, you are sharing your punani with this person. That seems like the most intimate doctor relationship you can possibly ever have. So, you know what I'm saying? You know that he's not a bad person. You be sharing your nookie with him. So he gave you a baby. Congratulations.
Yeah, like you said, next time ask for what you want. Not that you could have any babies at this age, I'm sure, but like
Yeah, this
Be
is like 100 years ago.
specific, and you are having a kid. Be specific. You're
Yeah, that's
like,
like-
hey, you're going to a bar. It's like, oh, I think you can do it.
Yeah, that's
Like,
like going.
that's pretty much what she did without
She did.
knowing
It's like going to the bar and be like, "Give me something to drink," and they just make her any whatever drink. You didn't ask for whatever drink you wanted. You just said, "Give me a drink." So the
Yeah.
bartender just poured it in your
Yeah,
glass.
that's how I was
Like,
going to
what are
explain
you
it.
suing
That's
for?
like you go, hey, you go into the store, give me a bag of chips, and somebody come with a bag of Doritos. You be like, I want Funyuns. What was you?
You didn't
raped
ask for no
me.
Funyuns.
You just raped me,
Like,
dude.
what are
You
they
raped me.
suing for? Like, is the money gonna
Next
make it
person.
better? I mean, he's clearly old enough. He's probably retired, like you said. Like, you're not
Yeah.
gonna be able to do anything with his career. Are you trying to ruin his family's life?
Yeah,
Because I'm
come
sure
on.
his family's probably already aware that, yeah, my father has done a few of these things, and we know that there's half siblings out there, whatever the situation. But what is the
Chrissy's
point
hilarious.
of?
Chris said, at
is
least the
the
baby
point?
wasn't black. Hilarious. Let's do. I want to do this. Wash your ass and brush your teeth before we bring our guest on. This wash your ass and brush your teeth goes to Christine Lewis Brown.
Oh.
My disclaimer is, if you don't want to take the vaccine, just don't take the vaccine. It is that simple. It's that simple. Either you do it or you don't, and you go on with the rest of your day. But for Christine, it wasn't enough. This woman was yelling, "No vaccine!" and then drove her SUV through a tent at a Tennessee mall that had been set up as a temporary coronavirus vaccination site in protest on Monday. Virginia Christine Lewis Brown, 35-year-old lady, has been charged with 7 felony counts of reckless endangerment, according to the Blount County Sheriff's Office. Brown steered her Chrysler Pacifica at a high speed of rate past the entrance checkpoint and into the injection site at the Foothills Mall in Maryville without stopping, the sheriff said, causing the site's medical staff to run for cover. Fortunately, no one was injured, and the deputies detained her right away. She told the officer she had driven through the tent to protest the vaccine. If you don't want to take the vaccine, just don't take the vaccine. Why are you so emotionally charged to try to potentially kill people? You know what I'm saying? Just to be like, you don't take the vaccine. This is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
If
I
I
don't
don't
even.
take the vaccine, they're all gonna go on a cruise without me because I didn't take the vaccine. And I don't want nobody to go on a cruise without me. That's why.
Do that voice again, KK.
I don't.
One more time. I love it. You sounded like a black lady. Go one more time. You're like, ain't going to vaccine.
If I can't do it, no one can do it. That's why.
Oh my
Shoot.
gosh. So Virginia Christine Lewis Brown, all them names, you need to wash your ass and brush your teeth. Unbelievable and ridiculous. Got one more wash your ass and brush your teeth this morning because last week I wanted to talk about adoption and why it's so expensive, but we didn't have time to really go into that. But this situation really shows why adoption should be expensive so that everyone doesn't have access to children. So there's this white mom being charged with faking black daughter's disease and forcing her to take medical treatments. So this wash your ass goes to Sophie Hartman. And she fabricated symptoms resulting in her 6-year-old undergoing difficult procedures and surgeries. This happened in Seattle. So according to the news in Seattle, Sophie Hartman was charged with second-degree assault and second-degree attempted assault of a child after investigators found that she fabricated symptoms resulting in her 6-year-old undergoing demanding procedures and surgeries. The court documents say that the child has almost 500 medical appointments since she was 2 years old, including getting a feeding tube. So what's a cystectomy? What is that? CECO? Cystectomy. What is that? It's like they put a tube in her to flush her intestines. They said the young girl also had leg braces and a wheelchair, despite the doctors telling Hartman that they are not necessary. Hartman was using her daughter and these false diagnoses to gain attention from Make-A-Wish, from the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Oh my God.
I don't know what she was trying to get from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, but that's what she was trying to get the the attention of.
Colostomy is a surgery to clear a child's bowels of feces when other treatments has not worked.
Wow, and she didn't even need it. In March, the child was removed from Hartman's care and found to be physically healthy after being observed at a local hospital for 16 days. So there was nothing wrong with this child, yet she had 500 medical appointments, not procedures, but appointments from the time that she from 2 to 6 years old. All this little girl had to do was go to the doctor because this crazy woman. That's why adoption should be expensive. Ridiculous.
Now, I don't know. Now, I don't know if this is the same show, but I feel like I had asked, I think it's Ginny and Virginia, where there was a friend that was in a wheelchair at school. And she was the only friend to realize later on when she went over to the mom's. No. This was Ma. The movie Ma.
The movie Mom.
Where she kept her daughter sick in a wheelchair, saying, "No, you can't do this, you can't do that." And see, when that happened, I was thinking, I'm like, so many things that are on screens. Like, is this of real life, or is this somebody's, creativity,
imagination,
imagination and things like? And it sucks that I feel that it is actually from real life experiences like this. I'm sure this is not the first. This is not the only. If it had gone this far with this person, somebody probably have, back in the day when the technology wasn't as great, they probably got away with so much more, was able to collect because they didn't want to work while doing more work to get that child to be sick, to be running around to treat that treatment that isn't even there. To do all that when all you needed to do was just go to work and support your child, but you don't want to do the responsible thing, so they choose the outrageous, unnecessary, non-making sense situations. It sucks that so many of things like it's connected to reality, of real people's bad experises.
The best thing about this situation is that at least they caught this early when the little girl is just 6 years old. So, love and light to her. Hope she has a speedy recovery and not have to deal with that monster.
But damn, she has to be back in the system and all that. So it's still sad for the child after, even though she's from that evil person, but she's still going to be in the system. You know what I mean?
Word. Okay. It's 10 o'clock, so it's time to bring in our guest. What I want to do first is show one of the videos from this amazing artist. Emergency Tiara is the New York-based artist you need to get to know, fronted by Juri, who's the one joining us this morning. She's the lead singer, the queen, the curator, the ringleader extraordinaire to the Emergency Tiara kingdom. In Juri's kingdom, everyone can feel like royalty in an instant through her unique and intriguing pop sounds, ranging from sultry soul to rampaging swing anthems. I feel like I read that wrong. Rampaging swing anthems, taking everything from French noir to J-pop in between. Juri was born and raised in Tokyo, Japan, classically trained in voice and piano. She is driven by the power of music to uplift audiences, having developed her love for singing through early performances with top performers. I toured with her during the High School Nation tour and just absolutely enamored with her crew and her movement and the stage performance. Everything is so wonderful. So glad to have her on the show today. Let's drop this video, then we're going to bring in Juri. This is the UnieQ and Cheese Show.
Emergency Tiara no Taiwan new single, Too Cool for School.
She's such a teacher's cat.
Shizukani! You don't have to be a smart ass for no reason. You don't have to be a know-it-all. Boy, you acting like an outcast with no feeling, but you're the one that all the girls fall for. You pick them out like any, mini, money, mo. Catch them while you're on the go. Switch them up when you get bored. Every other week them hot though. Put me on your list though. I want you so. Why would you have to be too cool for school? I want you so. Why would you have to be too cool for school? I want you so. I want you so. I want you so. I want you so. Ha ha. I want you so. I want you so. I want you so. I see you walking down the street in your tight jeans. Oh, you are rocking those Ray-Bans. Justin Bieber in your ears, but you won't admit it. So all the girls wanna hold your hand. You pick them out like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch them while you're on the go. Switch them up when you get bored every other week or so. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Wish you did 'em hot though. Put me on your list though. I want you so. Why would you have to be too cool for school? I want you so. Why would you have to be too cool for school? I want you so. If you ever wanna settle down, come here, come a little closer. If you ever wanna have the real thing, have the real thing. Why would you have to be too cool for school? I want you so. Why would you have to be too cool for school? I want you so. Why would you have to be too cool for school? I want you so. Why would you have to be too cool for school? I want you so. I want you so. I want you so. I want you so. Ha ha. I want you so. I want you so. I want you so.
Turn up. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Miss Juri. Good morning. So glad you can join us this morning. Glad to have you with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Juri, Miss Emergency Tiara. So glad to have you here.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay. We can hear. Can you guys hear okay? We can hear okay.
Amazing. Hi,
How are
guys.
you?
How are you? I
Hi.
am so good. How's everybody? Nice meeting
Good.
you, Cheese and KK.
Thank you. Nice meeting
Nice
you
to meet
also.
Thank you for
Hi,
being on the show
Quay.
with us.
Hi.
Thank you. Great
I was
video.
telling-
Thank you for having me.
We'll be
I was
happy for
telling-
kids to listen to.
Yes.
Aw,
I wish I went to that school. You know, keep it real. Like, man, if class was like that, I would have probably did well in school.
me too.
I would have probably did really well. Turn out. Erica is saying hello. I guess right off the bat, this is good. Our homie DJ Hams is saying, what is the explanation behind the name Emergency Tiara?
So, as my over-the-top bio that Quay read for me, I didn't write it, by the way. Said, I want everyone to feel special like a royalty. So, if you feel stressed or overwhelmed by your daily life, put a little emergency tiara on, and you can feel special like prince and princess.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is
you.
beautiful. Let's go way back in the way back. Okay, when did you first realize that you had a love for the arts? And then when you had that discovery, like, did you have your parents' support?
So, according to my parents, I started to sing before I even started to talk. So, singing always has been my passion. I was one of those little kids. I have a little brother who isn't interested in dancing and singing, but I made him learn the choreo and the part. I was putting shows together for my parents and grandparents. So I guess parents didn't have much choice but to support it because that's all I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who were some of your early musical influences? Like, what were you listening to that you would sing along to on the radio, or like?
Of course, I think many kids do. I grew up listening to a lot of the music my parents listened to, and my mom listened to a lot of Diana Ross and Whitney Houston, all the singing divas, Mariah Carey, Shaka Khan. So those are the music I listened to a lot growing up, as well as a lot of J-pop.
Nice.
Yes.
That question's not in chronological order.
So, for me, did you grow up here in America or in
No,
Japan?
I was born and raised in Tokyo. Well, born in Kobe, like a Kobe beef, but I grew up in Tokyo until I was 22. And I moved to Boston to go to school without even speaking the language. So that was not the smartest decision I made, but also at the same time, the best decision. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, wow. It would have been my assumption that you learned English in Japan before you came. So,
I have hoped I wasn't that disciplined when I was younger. So I was like, let me go there and figure it out. So that's what I did.
And I would assume that
you're doing great.
Yeah.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
At the age of 22. Wow.
Thank you.
So you went to Berkeley, correct?
Yes.
Nice. What was your experience like there at Berkeley? Like, was it all that you had dreamed of?
Some are. I mean, I was voice major. So, to go to school where there's mainly singers wasn't ideal. They're very competitive and a lot of divas, which is not the easiest circumstance to fit in, especially if you don't speak the language well. But there's always good people. So overall, my experience was fantastic. I'm still in touch with many friends that I made at Berkeley.
Nice. And I hear that a lot from musicians that went to Berkeley. Like, usually they have the alum there usually stick together and work together, and everybody gives each other gigs, and it's like a great place to go.
Yes.
So
yes.
That's awesome. And I think that's funny what people would have the diva attitude. You would think in an environment like that, it's like, each one teach one and help each other out instead of, everybody trying to chop each other down. Like, I never understand that.
Yeah, I think also the Berkeley system is a lot of the things are audition based. So kind of turn people to become competitive because you can't take classes unless you pass the audition. You can't perform unless pass the audition. So it's more competitive environment than cooperation.
Gotcha. So. Looking back, was going to Berkeley 100% necessary?
I wouldn't say necessary, but I am happy that I did.
Nice.
Yes.
Let me see here. Cheese, did you have any questions? I don't want to make it.
No, go ahead. I'm enjoying the conversation.
You're not supposed to be enjoying the conversation. You're supposed to be part of the conversation.
What would you say was, other than that language barrier, I'm sure was a huge obstacle. What would you say once you started to get into the industry? What was your biggest obstacles? Is there any turn-ons or you wanted to stop because, oh my God, I can't believe this is not what I thought it would be kind of situation?
Well, there's many. A lot of the things, as you say, language definitely has been one of the main things, especially being a singer. There's always people who want to help me out and they're like, let me fix your accent. Let me teach you. I'm like, I appreciate your offer, but also I believe accent for anybody makes the person more special, if anything. Mm-hmm. So I do appreciate the offer, but also I can feel the little judgment in those offer. And again, music industry is just like most industry, it's a men's world. So that to navigate that is definitely a challenge. Yes, but overall, I love doing what I'm doing.
Did it take you a long time to discover who like Juri is as a performer, as an entertainer? Because one of the things I loved during the HSN tour was the wardrobe and the hair and the choreography, like everything. Like, did that take a while to create that, or would you like right out the gate like, this is what I'm doing?
I think I already had a pretty good idea of who I was as an artist from get-go. But, to put everything together and, for me to learn the choreo and for my backup singers to learn the choreo and for us to work together in harmony, that took a while. But the idea of who I was as an artist, I think, has been there. I'm very stubbornly myself. So
How does that take? Because, you seem very fun, bubbly, outgoing, and a lot of the times when it comes to, I feel like Asians, it's more serious, calm, more
reserved.
More reserved. So how is that grasped by, I guess, your audience and the people that you work with?
I guess I'm very fortunate to have nice people around me, so they are accepting me for who I am most of the time. So yes, I still get people say like, oh, you say a lot for Asian girl. You are very opinionated for Asian girl. I'm like, yeah, everyone has opinions, okay?
Even currently, people still say that?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I live in a bubble sometimes when I hear about things that are happening. Because even things against women, it's like, you can do that. You're like, girls can't do that. I'm like, do people still say that? Like, it doesn't drive me crazy, but it's mind-boggling to me because the bubble that I guess that I live in, because I guess I see more equality than I see the opposite.
Definitely, it's so much better than even 5 years ago, but I still get comments on my hair, especially some of my friends or my mother's friend back in Japan, which is, more conservative culture than America. So people comment on my hair. I'm like, whoa, I don't think that bright colors suit you. Like, you're a little bit more modest, reserved, classy woman. So maybe you want to stick to your natural hair. I'm like, thank you so much for your feedback that I didn't ask. Thank you.
I think a lot of times people project that because they're afraid to step outside of the box. Mm-hmm. So when they see somebody that's outside the box, they're just like, what are you doing? Why are you outside the box? You're not supposed to be over there. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's okay. It happens. Does Emergency Tiara have a nice following in Japan? Like, how often do you get to go back there and perform?
Well, before the pandemics, we were doing at least maybe 1 or 2 shows in Japan every year. And hopefully we can continue to do so. And maybe more, hopefully, because the great news is finally I started to see a movement in Japan that women started to stand up for themselves and speaking up what's on their minds, and start to slowly see a lot of men also start to support that movement. So me being outside the box, maybe there's more people who can comfortably accept this, so I can do more shows. But I have some, I think, followers in Japan, but I could have more.
Turn up. Do you have any dream collaborations that you would love to do? Like just a couple of people that was just like, if this person made a song with me, it would just like.
Oh my God, I have so many. I don't know. I have so many that I can't even think of one name, but I've been obsessed with Dua Lipa album that came out last year.
Awesome.
And I love every song on it. I love everything about her. So if I could do something with her, if you're watching, it'd be nice.
I love Dua Lipa. And DJ Ham said, do you want to do any music with Ariana Grande?
Hell yeah. I love Ariana Grande.
She has such a powerful voice. I'm trying to see, were you on the tour and Skylar Stecker? No. Y'all came after that. Okay, I answered my own show. I came after. I would like to know about experiences. One, what was a memorable experience in a positive light that, oh my gosh, like this show was amazing, and what happened on that show that made it amazing? And then the opposite. What was the show that was like, I'm done. I'm never doing this again. And then what happened on that show to make you come to that thought?
For my performance shows?
Yes.
My favorite always has been performing at the Pride, which is coming up next month.
Yep.
It's just, no matter which city I get to perform for the Pride, they just have the best energy. The audience, fantastic, and I feel I'm connected with them, and I get great feedback. People are so sweet. So that's my favorite gigs. I haven't really had many bad ones. Like, yes, I have performed to almost empty room many times. That's when I'm like, but I still get to play my music with my people. So not much regret. So not so many terrible experiences, to be honest. Nice. Well, the high school tour, when we had to perform 9 a.m., that was tough.
One strange thing I find about the HSN shows, though, like the ones that's in the morning, those are usually some of the best shows. I don't know if the kids are just wake up, rip roaring and ready to go, and the opposite of like the end of the day where they might have had a whole day of school and now they're tired. But from my experience, the morning shows were always like rowdy, and it was always good.
Yeah, I think audience was great. I wasn't awake.
Nice. I'm trying to understand what you're asking, DJ Ams. He said, tell those of us who don't know about Pride shows. Tell you what.
Like, I celebrate that event.
So a lot of the Prides I've done, of course, is in New York, because that's where I live. I've done Manhattan Pride, I've done Brooklyn Pride, and I'm doing another Brooklyn Pride next month. But I did Chicago, I did San Jose. Like, every city has their own Pride, and I am trying to be part of it as much as I can, because it's the most fun thing.
I've always wanted to DJ a Pride event also, but I never knew the promoters or anything to get in contact with. Because I know West Hollywood puts on like it's
big one.
It's woo. That's one of the biggest things that happens in LA all year long is LA Pride Week. It's San Francisco also.
Yes.
It's
Pride Mecca.
Yeah, it's what do you say? Also, it is DJ Hams. The whole month. The whole month is.
Whole month, and it is associated to LGBTQ communities.
Yeah. So
yes.
I want to make sure I'm answering that right, DJ Hams. Now, with the influx of these Stop Asian Hate that's going on right now, I kind of want to know, have you personally ever witnessed or anything ever happened to you that you were like, wait a minute, and it was just something happened that just based on the fact that you're Asian, have you experienced it or seen it?
I mean, I think most Asians have experienced little to, more degrees of racism, I think. My direct experience was I got yelled at by just huge white dude at the Yankee Stadium. Basically, he pushed me. He was like, are you fudging blind, fudging Chinese? Yikes. And I was like, I was just standing here and you bumped into me. And so, and again, I hear a lot of horror stories that's been happening to my friends who live in New York also. One of my friends got pushed off of subway platform.
Damn.
She was okay, but it's been absolutely terrifying. So I'm not taking subway. I'm not going anywhere by myself currently.
That sucks that it has to come to that. It's
terrible.
absolutely ridiculous that there's been Asians in New York forever. And you know what I'm saying? The fact that everybody's being retarded now is I don't get it. That's another one of my in the bubble things that I don't get.
I don't understand it, but it's there. It's really
And
there.
it's not everybody, but it's these situations that make those ones with, hate in their system feel like they can come out and be accepted and be, praised by other people to stand out. But I'm glad you spoke up and not just have taken that situation, even to just say, hey, you bumped into me. That's a lot because they don't expect Asian women to be talking back. They just expect that it's done and we be quiet and just move into our own corner. And I deal with what you deal with. So many people are surprised because no, this is not my job. You do it. It's just simply that. Sometimes there's a little bit of spite behind it. Probably a lot of times because we already know where they are coming from. So it's just a way to, keep them in their place and out of mine.
Yes.
I thought it was cool, and thank you for the reminder this morning, Juri, that you and KK have the same birthday. We're talking about that.
Do.
Very
January
like-
29th.
Turn up. Y'all shared that with Oprah too.
Yes. It's a good day to have a birthday.
It sounds like it is. Turn up. Shout out the Aquarius. Shout out to the
So as
Gemini.
you say that, those are the difficulties, I guess, that we deal with out in the public. Now, in the industry, what are some of the things that you have already experienced that you could help the up and coming, the younger artists to avoid, not have to deal with? Because not everything has to be dealt with in order to get to the next place. Are there some things that you would give advice as to say, yeah, you don't want to do that?
Well, I am still figuring that out myself, but it just, I think at the end of the day, trust your gut instinct. If you meet someone, like I've had manager, for instance, who wasn't best for me, and I kind of knew from the get-go, but I was like, oh, benefit of doubt, let me see. And it was a terrible experience. So just trust your gut instinct. You know your answers already, I think. Yes.
True that. Can we get into some music?
Yes.
So Sebastian sent me, is it OMG is the name of the song?
Yes.
What is OMG about?
Well, when I perform, I always perform with my girls who I call sister wives. They are my support system. They are my best friends. And as I said, they are my sister wives. So I wrote a song about them, how they make me feel so happy and strong and supported and not alone. So that's the song is about.
Oh, turn up. To answer your question, Erica, all her life. And then she was born basically into music. She said, how did you get into music? She basically was born to do what she does. It seemed like the easy answer. So let's take a listen to OMG. This is I always make the artist before we play their music, you have to do the introduction, like radio DJ style, like, you know what I'm saying? Because this is your baby, this is your project. So you got to pump it up and then I'm gonna drop it. So let's go.
Okay. The next song we play is our next upcoming single called OMG. Hope you enjoy it.
I think of you all the time, especially when I open up the wine. You make me cry, you put those tears in my eyes. You make me laugh so hard, I think I could die. We get all so lovable, cause we so compatible. Everything feels possible when you are around. You make me feel capable, and they can try, they won't. They must know they won't. We get oh so lovable, 'cause we so compatible. Everything feels possible when you're around. You make me feel capable and also invincible. You are so unstoppable. That's what you are. OMG, I see those pretty eyes. They're staring back at me. You're so special. OMG, I love that dress you got. You wear it all so well. You're so special.
Woo! Nice.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank
goodness,
you.
Cheese, you need to have 7 listen to this every day to lift
All right, that song was so
Lyrics are great
positive.
for
The
little kids to
words,
hear.
oh my goodness.
Oh, thank you
Yeah, I
so
love
Definitely
it.
much.
see like parents playing it for their kids.
Right, most
It
definitely.
sounds really uplifting.
Oh,
Where,
thank you so
where
much.
can we find this song?
This song is coming out next month, hopefully, if not July. Sorry, I'm terrible at planning releases and all the things. But it's coming out soon, so you should be able to find it on any music platform once it's out.
Absolutely.
Nice. Erica is saying, what genre would you consider? Not just that song, but all of your music. If you had to, I hate the boxes. I really hate the boxes. But if you had to put yourself in a genre,
As Quay knows, my music is kind of all over the place, but maybe just call it quirky pop.
quirky pop.
I like that. I like that.
Thank you.
That's original too.
Yeah. Quirky, upbeat. Yeah. With the music, do you have how much input do you put into the production of the tracks? Like, are you there with the producers, be like, put the strings there, put that there? Are you playing things on it also? Like, are you super hands-on?
I am a control freak, so yes, I am definitely there on every process of anything that I put my name on.
Very good.
Now, I was going to ask the same. I was going to ask the same about like wardrobe and how do you come up with the look? Like, do you have to sit and meditate and come up with it, or does it come out of the sky? Like, how do you come up with the looks?
I go to Zara website and then see what's there. And if not Zara, I go to Etsy. It's just all the spending time on the website and internet. But usually I have a clear idea of what I want us to look like, which is borderline editorial look, but movable, danceable, and wearable outfits is usually my go-to.
I was going to ask, is that the same thing with like video treatments? Like, do you know what you want the video to look like, or do you work with someone?
That's the only thing I don't have much of say. My husband actually is an amazing filmmaker, and he has made all of my music video, and he's currently working on OMG music video. So he does ask me if I like the idea or if I don't like the idea, but usually I let him do his magic.
That's awesome. Is to be like, man, this is one thing I don't really do that much, and then the universe is like, oh, here, marry this guy. He'll make all your videos.
Perfect, right?
And what's cool, KK, I don't know if I told you this before, but her husband's Korean.
Yes. Yes,
Well,
he's
I
half
wanted to
Korean.
say, like, when you guys were on tour and when UnieQ would post pictures of you guys, it really, to me, looked like, well, I don't know if it's, I don't mean to be offensive, but, you know, candy. like candy store, or the hot dogs
I
on
love
a
that.
stick. Like the different costumes that you had on to me was very animated. It was very definitely like, oh my god. At the same time, it's like, okay. And then some videos that I've seen, just it seemed to work with the costumes that you had on. So, and he really really pumped you guys up. Even then, it was like, yeah, this is a group.
Thank
Because you
you.
go into
Thank
it thinking one thing, and then you see them perform. It's like, oh my god, they're really good. They're very. He had nothing but praise for you guys, so that's awesome.
Thank
But
you.
I've always thought Candy like young, pop.
Young. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, what was really cool about them is that, I mean, it's good to meet people who are talented, and that's amazing, and you can praise somebody for their talent. But the whole crew was just like beautiful people. You know what I'm saying? The whole crew was welcoming, and everybody was just loving, and you wanted to get to know them. And that is what really, to me, sells an artist, when they're just more than whatever talent they are. And that's how I know the whole HSN crew felt about you guys. When you guys did the B stage first, and then you came back into the A, we were so happy
Thank you.
to have you back. That was amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
So
We
how
were
much
so
did you
happy to be
do?
back.
How much did you have to do with that? Because you say you're a control freak, so I'm sure you would want your staff, your dancers, your people that move with you to be, not, if not as much, but definitely uplifting, to definitely say, oh
Yes.
yeah, they're part of Emergency Tiara. Like you clearly see by their appearance that they belong together. Like that's who their team is. Did you have to work on that yourself, or was it automatically these people brought it on their own?
Well, I think it's both. The things, the energy we create is mutual, but I definitely don't want to work with assholes. So
Word.
I only want to work with good people who want to do a good job and grow together and have a good time together, because I think that translates from the stage to the audience.
Yes.
So all of my people are just naturally great people, and yeah, I'm so happy to have them.
And it makes a big difference too when you're touring with people, because when you're together, you know what I'm saying, days and days and months, sometimes in a row, you have to be a good person, because man, somebody who's an asshole, it's very hard to put up with multiple
Very
days
hard.
in a row, because you're basically stuck together
Very much.
through touring, through rehearsals, through everything. You spend so much time together. Just be a good person. At the end of the day, just be a good person.
Let's be nice to each other.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just be nice to each other.
Yes.
Okay, so it was a couple years ago. I know you guys came out with the song Karaoke Party.
Yes.
So just randomly, I wanted to know, when you do karaoke, do you have any go-to songs as your karaoke songs?
Yes. Depending on the vibe, because I don't want to kill the vibe of karaoke party. So when I'm with my party crew, I love singing Like a Virgin.
Turn up.
Oh, Wrecking Ball. That's my screaming song. But I also sing when I feel like I want to impress people a little. I sing I Will Always Love You.
Oh, turn up.
Very cool.
But I sing anything. I love karaoke.
I'm an awful karaoke singer, and I kind of got beef with people who sing really well and they come to karaoke spots and then saying blow the roof off with their beautiful voices. First thing I'm thinking is go get a record deal. Like, why are you here doing this, showing us all up? I'm a bit of a karaoke hater, just a little bit though. I'll dance and have a good time, but I'm hating.
UnieQ is not terrible. He's actually pretty good at it. That's why he talks.
Yes, I was there.
Like a singer.
I try to be entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't sing. I can't sing for anything. So the goal is to be entertaining.
And you achieved the goal. You are very entertaining.
Yeah, Cheese. So fix your face.
That lady below loves you. She gonna talk about you and sing. No, you can't.
Thank you, wife.
To me, he's great.
Don't bring me on a tour. I'll be mean. I'm the mean person.
You would, because you got a time limit. Cheese is nice for a certain amount of. He's like a ticking, like it's the time is just getting counted down. It's like he's about to start yawning. He's about to start getting tired. He's about to start being mean. He's our resident old guy.
That's
Turn
not
up.
true. That's not true.
Okay, so we've been locked down. You know what I'm saying, for a whole year now. I'm not sure if you're like a movie buff or TV watcher, but did you binge watch anything during this pandemic?
So I'm a movie person. I don't really watch TVs, but me and my husband watched about 450 movies in a year.
Well, as a filmmaker, he's a filmmaker, so maybe you know what I'm saying, he's watching it with a different eye. But 450 movies? That's a lot of movies.
It's a lot of movies.
Y'all watch everything on Netflix? Like, hey, just start from A to Z. Let's go.
Probably.
Oh my gosh. What stuck out? What was something that both of you were like, damn, that was a good movie?
Oh, there was so many. I love the movie Ice Storm, and I'm blanking the name of the director, but we watched that recently. That was good. But my most recent watched movie was Commando, and that erased all of my other movie memories. That Schwarzenegger Commando, that was just impactful. That literally, that's all I can remember. I don't know if you guys have seen it. The movie is insane. I also watched Mortal Kombat, the new one.
Who was in the Commando?
Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
The old school one?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's talking about the old school one. Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
All right, I like that.
I like silly movies, and so I watched Mortal Kombat, the new one, when it came out.
It wasn't so bad. I kind of liked it.
It wasn't so bad. I didn't know what happened at the end, but
yeah, a little bit.
It was entertaining.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah,
we are overdue, KK, for another family movie night. We are weeks.
You always have Friday evening stuff.
I know. It's the crazy thing about being busy. May I show another video of yours? Because I love your guys' videos. Because like KK said, it does look like candy and it does look like fun. And you know what I'm saying? And I think that's important. And I think we need that. So I would like to show Dancing in the Living Room, if I can. May I show that?
Yes, please.
Awesome. Let's watch Emergency Tiara Dancing in the Living Room.
My body's got the groove. I feel this rhythm and I know you do too. So take your flashlight and swing it round the room. Break it down, down, down. Break it down, down, down. We got that fever no matter where we are. I dig your flavor, oh baby, you're a star. It's not complicated, just move it on the floor. Break it down, down, down. Break it down, down, down. We go. Dancing in the living 見えるよキラキラ君が見えるよキラキラ君が見えるよキラキラ君が見えるよ
That was a banger right
Turn
there.
up.
Thank you.
Nice. Oh,
I like
very
that.
entertaining. Very
Thank you. Yes,
entertaining.
it was my pandemic video. So this is not done by my husband. This is done by my friend Bob. And we filmed everything in my apartment with this little green screen, which was a whole new experience.
Shout out to Bob.
Very
I was going to
nice.
ask you while I was watching it. It was like, do you charge your? I mean, does your husband charge you for doing your videos?
You better not.
Very entertaining. I feel like you was about to ask something, KK. Were you about to ask something?
Yeah, I was just seeing like dancing in your living room like nobody's watching. I was just picturing you guys listening to the song, dancing in the living room like nobody's watching. Like it could get a little crazy. It could get a little crazy, you know. That song was
Yeah.
seemed very tame, but to the audience that listens to it, I
Imagination.
hope their doors closed when they do it.
Yeah.
That's one of the
But
craziest
like
things
it,
I
yeah,
found.
very colorful, very
Very
listening
colorful.
to your, ways. It's fun, hip.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
what do we have? I know we have the OMG song coming out very soon. What else is next for Emergency Tiara that you can share with us? Because I'm not into sharing everything when it's about to happen. So what can you share?
Absolutely. So OMG is gonna be part of the EP that I'm planning on releasing this coming fall. And then I'm also simultaneously working on my LP that's coming out early next year, I hope. So there should be a lot of music releases of all the songs that I was writing stuck at home during the 2020. So lots of music, I hope.
Do you act at all or have a desire to?
I have had few opportunities in the past. I don't think that's my strong suit.
Okay.
If I can play myself, yes. But the opportunities I've had, people wanted me to perform or act. Some are very edgy and cool, and that's not me.
Got you. KK, I felt like you was about to ask him.
I was thinking now that we're slowly getting out of this quarantine situation and people are going out into public more, it seems like you are performing here and there. Is your schedule now starting to fill up slowly but surely?
Yes.
And are you planning on coming around this way?
I would love to. I would love to. I have a online show coming up right after this at 3 p.m. East Coast time, noon West Coast time at Sofa Sounds. It's a pre-recorded show, but if you guys are interested, please check out.
What's the link for that?
If you can just go to Sofa Sound website, I think you'll find it.
Sofa, like SOFA, Sofa Sounds?
SOFAR.
Oh, so far.
So far sound. And I have another show, a couple of shows in June. One is Pride. And hopefully more shows. And one of my backup singers may be moving to LA permanently. So I would love to come out to Dia, Andrea.
Dia, turn up.
Yes. So I love to do more California shows. And I have a band in California already. So is live music happening in LA already or slowly happening?
I would say slowly happening. One of the places that I DJ at, I shouldn't say this online, but they actually kind of snuck in the band already to already start playing.
Amazing.
It's supposed to be June either 15th or 17th. It's supposed to be the official day that California technically is supposed to be opening up.
Amazing. Great to know.
I see New York is going hard. They're like, what's up?
Oh.
We back.
Yeah, you see the New York Knicks game. It's like
Yeah.
it ain't no pandemic there.
Joe ain't.
No.
They spitting on each other. I'm like, man, this is disgusting.
Yeah,
Free.
exactly. I've been to a couple Brooklyn Nets game because they are also in the playoffs, and people know, like, we don't have to wear masks if you're vaccinated. So it's just like, it took me a while to get used to it. It's a little scary at first because you are seeing nobody to you are seeing everybody now.
Yes.
And everybody's yelling, like screaming on top of each other. I'm like, is this safe? But it doesn't take a while to be like, it's fine.
Nets or Knicks, or it doesn't really matter?
I'm a Nets fan. I'm a Kyrie Irving fan.
Word. if they figure out how to play defense, I don't see anybody beating them, because you got 3 30-point scorers, that can go off every night.
And that's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
And the fans are going nuts. It's really fun.
New York's been missing basketball for decades, so
to
finally
teams.
have both the teams winning right now is. I imagine the atmosphere in New York is they're in heaven.
It's
right
on
now.
fire. Yes.
And, Christy has
Clippers need to take a note of that. They got 2 teams. Come on, Clippers. Lakers doing their thing. I'm sorry.
That was LA. That was LA last year. It could have been that, but whatever.
I like Lakers. I like LeBron.
Turn up. Did anybody else? Even for the people in the comments, anybody have anything for Miss Juri before we get out of here?
I guess I would say I enjoyed you. I enjoyed your music.
Questions.
Oh, questions. Well, let me just finish that since I said that.
Yes.
I enjoyed you. I enjoyed your music, and hopefully we can have you on again. And that's what I.
That'd be amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes,
I really had a good time too. Thank you for having me. Clippers.
You don't mean it. Don't say it.
They trash. DJ MJ Beats, who's my actual big brother, said great job.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Does the name Frederick Taylor of Tomorrow Pictures strike a do you know that name?
Say that again?
Frederick Taylor. He has a production company, tomorrowpictures.tv.
I'm so looking it up.
Okay, because he's a huge fan of Emergency Tiara.
Oh my God! Thank you.
How about
Thank
you connect them together?
That'd be amazing. Please do.
I mean, I could. He's just a fan.
It seems like so much easier than her looking it up and having to, find that way. Be like, hey, Emergency Tiara and Juri, Frederick
already. Well, he wanted to join us this morning, but he was already busy.
Aww.
But yeah. Because I remember back in the day when I posted stuff during the High School Nation tour, he was like, Emergency Tiara? And I was like, Emergency Tiara? He was like, oh my God, I love him. So.
Oh my God.
And he is
so nice. Thank you.
For sure.
Yeah, Frederick's an amazing human being. Friend to the neighborhood, most definitely.
I want to meet.
Yeah, Frederick's awesome. great. Fredericks is a great guy. Before we go, I got a question. Has that happened to you before? You've been somewhere, been doing something, and someone's come up to you that you didn't know or you weren't expecting. They're like, Emergency Tiara? And they were just like, it like had a fan moment?
It has happened a few times in the past, and I didn't believe them.
Really?
I was like, you sure? Like, you're not confusing with someone else? Like, but yeah, it has happened, and it's just so exciting. It makes me so happy, but also, woo, scary.
It's got to be motivating. It's got to be super motivating to be like, someone I didn't talk to directly knows about what I'm doing. And then people are so afraid to speak to other people. So especially people that they like. So for them to come up to you, be like, oh, I love what you do. Like, it took a lot for them to do that. So, oh man, I can imagine that felt good to hear that.
Absolutely. And I'm so grateful that they talked to me. Really. It's amazing.
Miss KK, do we have any questions before we get out of here?
Not any questions. I just want to thank you for being on the show. It was really great getting to talk to you
Thank you.
In a way closest to in person, and seeing your work, definitely something that I can listen to with my children freely without having to wonder who's listening. You don't have to do that. I love that it is for everybody. I love that.
Thank you so much.
So beautiful.
Thank you.
Uplifting music.
Oh, thank you so much, and so happy to meet you guys. I've heard so much about both of you from Quay, so happy to be here.
I know he said bad things about me.
Sister Wives.
Oh no.
I mean, you wrote it for them, but I said that's definitely a very uplifting song. I think everybody should be able to hear it.
Thank you, Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I hope the song lift up your day. World is still crazy, so we need happy music.
We need lots of happy music.
Yes.
Well, on that note, I also personally want to say, Juri, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Very much long time in the making, but it was perfect timing. Because we were doing a lot of our interviews, we wanted to do them in person in the same room. But being that the pandemic happened and Zoom started happening and all that, like this gave us the opportunity to be able to do this. So the timing worked out amazingly. I will always cheer for Emergency Tiara. Because you guys make incredible music and you have incredible performances. For anybody on the stream right now, if you ever get the opportunity to see them perform live, go. I remember when we went to the acoustic show at that wine bar. I forgot what city that was in, but that was so incredible because it wasn't about like the band per se. It was just harmonies all that whole night, and it was absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for joining us this morning, and we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you so much.
Keys, you want to say anything before we get out of here?
Love, peace, and happiness.
Miss KK, want to say anything before we get out of here?
Yes, thank you everybody again for joining us this Friday. Please continue to stay safe. Get yourself vaccinated if you can. Keep your masks on, and please join us next week. Greatly appreciate you.
Join us next week. It's the top of the month, so we got Sean Antonio will be back in the building. Have some questions ready for Sean Antonio because he's here on this planet to put a fire underneath your ass. So let him know what you want. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. We'll see you next Friday at 9 a.m. here on the West Coast, and that's 12 on the East. It's the Unique and Cheese Show, and we are out.